Melrose and Cahuenga, and you can see that there is a giant force of LA County Sheriff's deputies here. They were going through this neighborhood after 1 block away there was a Pavilions. We showed it to you earlier. They had breached the door. In fact, we'll move over there and show you that there's still a police presence there, but that is a Pavilions that had not only barricades on the outside, but they also had barricades on the inside as well, and yet people still managed to get through. There was a little bit of looting going on here, but a very immediate response. We saw a short foot pursuit. The suspect was tackled about a block away, and then they were cleaning up the neighborhood, making sure that some of those suspects didn't come back or move on to other businesses, and a sheriff's deputy reported that he was assaulted by one of those suspects, and so we saw a rescue ambulance immediately. We didn't see any deputies hurt, but the call for help went out, and it was answered here by the LA County Sheriff's Department. And so right now they are gearing up. They're going to get back into that search mode, and they are going to see if they can find any suspects with respect to an assault on a sheriff's deputy. We're going to stay overhead and bring you updates as they develop. That's the latest over Hollywood. Larry Welk, Sky 5. Back to you.
All right, Larry, thank you so much for that. We're going to take a quick break here on the KTLA 5 News at 10. Back with more in just a moment.
Live pictures from West Hollywood along Santa Monica Boulevard. Larry Welk in Sky 5. Larry.
Well, this is a rapid response team that is being deployed right now. The LA County Sheriff's Department and the LAPD, we've been seeing this all over the Southland tonight. And these teams get together, they block the intersections and move on like a motorcade, and they respond to places that they think might need help. And then they are staged in their locations. It happens to be in West Hollywood right now. We're about a mile north of the Beverly Center. So we're on La Cienega, and they just rolled up, so they will stay parked here and respond as requested by various police departments. I'm telling you that anytime there is a call of somebody of any kind of suspicion in any of these neighborhoods, the rapid response team comes in, and they are there within just seconds. They are taking this curfew very, very seriously. If you do not need to be out, we're in West Hollywood right now, but I see it all over the Southland. Stay home because it is curfew time here in Southern California. That's the latest from over West Hollywood. I'm Larry Welkin, Sky 5. Back to you.
A show of solidarity tonight in West Hollywood. LAPD Commander Corey Palka shares a moment of peace amid the madness. The commander hugged demonstrators and shook hands as he moved through a peaceful crowd, denouncing the death of George Floyd. Palka had just spoken to the massive crowd and took a knee, telling those gathered, "We stand together." In exchange, he asked the crowd to peacefully disperse when it was time, and all but a few did just that.
While many celebrities use social media to spread their messages, you might be surprised to learn how many of them were on the front lines protesting.
KTLA entertainment reporter Doug Kolk has a story.
Good evening. And while many celebrities use social media to have their voices heard, you'd be surprised how many were actually on the front lines protesting.
Black Lives Matter! Black Lives Matter!
Academy Award nominee Timothée Chalamet marched Santa Monica while holding a sign for George Floyd and posting this video.
This is our America! This is our America!
Actress Tessa Thompson also posted on the front lines in protest.
This is our America!
Singer J. Cole demonstrated with the people. So did rapper Machine Gun Kelly. Nick Cannon traveled to Minnesota to join the fight. According to singer Ariana Grande's post, she covered miles throughout Beverly Hills and West Hollywood, apparently displeased with the perceived lack of media coverage showing the peaceful side to the protests. But it wasn't peaceful for all, singer Kalani taking to Instagram to show she witnessed the Fairfax district destruction firsthand. Singer Halsey posted pictures of LAPD with a caption, "Fired rubber bullets at us. We did not breach the line. Hands were up, unmoving, and they gassed and fired."
All right. Get out of here! Get your boy out of here now! All right, I'm going. Get out of here!
Audio from John Cusack's Twitter post has now made the rounds, as he claims Chicago cops didn't like him filming the burning car, so they came at him with batons hitting his bike. Rapper Big Boy showed the destruction of the Omni Hotel in downtown Atlanta, warning fellow protesters that there are snakes among them.
Seeing people looting and going extremely outraged, it makes me feel like, yes, finally, mother gonna hear us now, yeah.
This as rapper Cardi B used her massive platform to promote the violence.
As much as people is so against it, at this point, I feel like I'm not against it, even though it do scare me.
While for Tyler Perry, it's the direct opposite, as he used Instagram to condemn the violence, citing Mayor Keisha Bottoms said it best.
So what I see happening on the streets of Atlanta is not Atlanta. This is not a protest. This is not in the spirit of Martin Luther King Jr. This is chaos.
And other celebrities that joined in protest, singer Miguel, actors Kendrick Sampson, Ellen Page, and Paris Jackson. With your entertainment report, Doug Kolk, KTLA 5 News.
All right, time now to check in with meteorologist Vera Jimenez. She's got a look outside as we begin the week.
Thank you, Sherry. Well, outside we do have a few clouds mostly hanging over the Pacific. They are going to push on shore, but you can definitely see them here. We are expecting a lot more clouds as we make our way into Wednesday, as we've got a couple of systems kind of fighting it out, one over land and one over the Pacific Ocean. So let's take a look at some current temperatures for you. Outside right now, we're looking at 70 degrees with calm winds over downtown Los Angeles, 72 in Fullerton, a little breezy there, winds out of the south at 6 miles per hour. In Palm Springs, it's still warm there, 88 degrees, calm, mostly clear skies, clear as well if you're in Chino. Temperatures there in the low to mid 70s. As we take a look at the weather chart, you can see that we have an area of low pressure hanging out over the Pacific, and we've got a ridge of high pressure to the southeast of us. That is going to basically be the dominant feature that brings all of that hot weather to our inland communities, but along the coast and the coastal basin, we are going to see a lot of humidity, a lot of mid and upper level clouds, and that is going to be because of this area of low pressure that is spinning off the coast. As we take a look over the next couple of days, at least until Wednesday, Thursday, we are going to continue to see these features remain in place. It's not until Thursday heading into Friday that we'll begin to see a bit of change. That ridge of high pressure that is sitting to the east is going to take a little bit of a break and move a little to the southeast, and that's going to allow more of that onshore flow to move in. So we're going to see much cooler temperatures, and then we're actually going to see a slight chance of some showers. Again, very minimal, but it is in the forecast, so we do have to mention it. As we look at the cloud cover over the next 24 hours, you can see we are going to see mostly mid and upper level clouds. We are going to see a few low clouds, mostly along the coast, but those will clear up, and eventually you will see some sunshine. As I mentioned earlier, because of that big dome of high pressure sitting to the southeast of us, we do have an excessive heat watch for parts of San Bernardino and also parts of Riverside, but primarily over Riverside. So we are expecting Palm Springs and La Quinta, those particular areas, to get pretty warm. We're talking numbers in the 100s, maybe even as warm as 105. Tomorrow's daytime highs, as you can see, will begin to heat up. Santa Clarita, 92 degrees, 88 in Burbank and Pasadena, 82 in Bellflower. Our beaches are going to be in the low to mid 70s. Further inland, Fullerton, Yorba Linda will be in the upper 80s. Rancho Santa Margarita holding in the low 80s. Lots of 90s for the IE, Ontario, Chino, Corona, Barstow, 29 Palms, Palm Springs will all be in the triple digits. Temecula, slightly cooler, and we're looking at temperatures in the mid 70s for the higher elevations. San Fernando, San Gabriel Valley, we're looking at 91 degrees on Tuesday, 96 on Wednesday, beginning to see the cool down on Thursday with 89 degrees, and then as we continue to scroll through, 82 on Tuesday and 83 on Wednesday for the coastal basin, back into the 70s by Friday and below average. For Orange County, we're looking at 80s on Tuesday, Wednesday, back into the 70s by by Friday, holding it there on Saturday. And then for the Inland Empire, this is Riverside, San Bernardino counties, mid to upper 90s Tuesday, Wednesday, slightly cooler on Thursday, and then a huge drop for you guys from 93 on Thursday to 77 on Friday, and then a small increase on Sunday with 82. And for the low desert, we're looking at 100 on Wednesday, and then back into the 80s by Friday. And that'll do it for me, guys. I'll send it back to you.
Okay, Vera, thank you. We are back with more KTLA News after a short break.